Hey everybody, I'm Jesse and welcome to another edition of Gen X Thinks. So, what the hell are y'all talking about? Huh? How's everybody going? Robert, Wirehead, Raziel, Christopher, Artiste, Carmen. All right, we got a Kiwi in here this time. Dimu, what's up, Dimu? Trinidad's in the house. All right. How's it going, everybody? Y'all talking about movies? Is that what we're talking about? I didn't have shit to talk about today. Wayne Beatty, another Kiwi. All right. Everything's right in the world then. We got both our Kiwis here. I think my favorite 80s action star had to be Schwarzenegger. I just loved Arnie back in the day. I still like his movies the best. I mean, I like Jean-Claude Van Damme and some of Stallone stuff, you know. I mean, the Rocky series, of course, but I don't really like the Rambo too much, except for the first one. The first one is one of my favorite movies, First Blood. But, you know, the Rambos after that got kind of cheesy and shit. Wenjo, the weirdo. What's up, Wenjo? You dork. About time you showed up. Chidane. There you are. What's up, Chidane? DVS. How's it going, DVS? I hope you're feeling better, buddy. Hope everything's going all right for you, DVS. Is Jesse using his own merch? Yeah, I wear my own shit. Hell yeah. I don't have it. I didn't get this. I don't have this, you know. This isn't from my thing, but I wear quite a bit of my own merch. Arnis, the king of freaks. He's here listening, but he woke up with double vision. Can't really see right now. Yeah. You can't be buying stuff from those shady characters, dude. Yeah, you gotta get your stuff from a legit source, Arnis. You don't know where that stuff was harvested or cooked or whatever, you know. You gotta get it from a legit source, Arnis. You can't be dealing in back alleys and shit. You know what I mean? That's just dangerous, dude. OG Tango, what's up, OG? Glad to see you here. Uncross your eyes, Arnis. Yeah. Tell him when, Joe. There ain't no telling with Arnis. I got to get Arnis back on. He's a hell of a guest, hell of a good guest to have on. Tomorrow, Snyder is going to be on. Our Snyder. Me and Snyder are going to talk tomorrow evening. Maybe Arnis will consent to coming on the following Monday. What do you think, Arnis? You game? Oh, my thumbnail? All right, Artiste. Yeah, that shirt, I think that shirt is from my stuff, that one of the ones I made. Yeah. That's my dog. You know, a cartoon version of him. That's Wiley. Yeah, I named it after Wiley Coyote. But that's his name, is Wiley. He's a mean little bastard. Yeah. He's angry. He's an angry guy. Jeff 7, what's up, Jeff 7? Glad to see you here. Metal Gear. Now we can get the party started. Metal Gear's in the house. Screw the system. Yeah, Metal Gear. You get double vision anytime you focus too much? Damn. All right. That's never happened to me. I get double vision when I drink too much. That's for sure. That's what I was teasing Arnis about. He must have been partaking of some, you know, some questionable substances that come up with, to just wake up with double vision. Shalia, what's up, Shalia? Shelia, good afternoon. You're about 25 minutes from Arnis. Do you live in Colorado too, Artiste? Harrison Ford? Oh, yeah. Yeah, I guess technically he was an action star, huh, Carmen? Good call. Good call. Yeah, if we throw Harrison Ford in there, damn, I guess he would be my favorite. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, what the hell? You know, Star Wars and Indiana Jones and yeah, so yeah, I got to go with Carmen. I think Harrison Ford. Uncle Jesse and the Gen X Army. Ever since I was a kid, I knew I was going to grow up to be an Uncle Jesse one day. Yeah, I loved that when I was a kid. And then I grew up, and my brothers and sister had kids, and then they want to call me Jesse or some shit like that. I said, hell no, I'm Uncle Jesse. Don't make me sit you down and make you watch Dukes of Hazzard, boy. You know, you got to call me Uncle Jesse. PlayStation Metal Gear? All right. Even with that bullshit about no more physical discs, Metal Gear? Sega? Yeah, Chidane, Sega was a good one. That's the one I actually had early, and you know, until they took a shit. That was my favorite one back then. And then I had a PlayStation and then an Xbox. My favorite system overall was the Xbox 360, I gotta say. But now it's just PC. Oh, it's not from Party Goods, Arnis? Oh shit, you're slacking, dude. Yeah, Arnis is slacking on us. Jason, what's up, Motorhead? Glad to see you, buddy. Yeah, Atari should be on that list, huh? Well, they only give me 4 slots, is the honest reason, John. I couldn't even put PC on there. I wanted to put PC, you know, but they only give me 4 slots, so I just went with the consoles that are on there now, you know, that we have in existence now. If he closes one eye, he can see. You might need to head that way, Artiste. 25 minutes, you might need to give Arnis some chest compressions and shit. Nick Cage? Yeah, there's an argument for Nick, Roz. That Raising Arizona, that's got to be one of my all-time favorite movies. It's just so bizarre and weird and awesome. And I know lately he hasn't been doing anything really great, but Nicolas Cage, he made some damn good movies back in the day, Roz. So yeah, I can see your argument there. Hey, Roz, have you ever seen that one, Knowing, kind of an end of the world? That's a damn good movie, dude. Where his kid, finds a letter in a time capsule or whatever. That's a good movie. Sitting in the middle of a high-rise apartment, eeriness is looking at you, huh, Artiste? I don't think I've ever actually been in a high-rise apartment, Artiste. I'm trying to remember. I don't think so. Probably the highest I've ever been is, I don't know, 5 or 6 stories, in a hotel probably. Maybe 10 or something like that. No, not that high, I don't think. Maybe 5. 3Do or 3DO, Felix? PC, Wirehead? Yeah, that's mine nowadays. Mine's a PC, too, nowadays. Sonic and some weed and a beer buzz. Yeah. Knowing is based on Scientology, RR? I did not know that, dude. What's up, RR? Did you get your cup, buddy? Huh? Let us know if you got your cup, man. Robert, what's up, Robert? Biker of the Apocalypse rocked. Yeah, you're talking about Raising Arizona, huh, Robert? Yeah, dude. That shit was badass. Yeah, I like that guy. What was his name, Robert? The actor's name. He was in Uncommon Valor. Remember that one with Patrick Swayze where they went back to rescue some guys? That was a damn good movie, man. You just opened up a whole can of whoop ass. That Oriental martial arts bullshit's going to get real expensive. No, he said using that Oriental martial arts bullshit on me is going to get real expensive. Yeah, I like that dude. Oh, you have seen it, Roz? Arnis doesn't want to hang with you, dude? Oh, damn. Do you party too hard, Artiste, or you don't party hard enough for Arnis? Which one is it? Neo Geo, yeah, that was a good one too. So I've heard. I didn't. Cell. I don't know if I've seen that one, Felix. Are you kidding me? We got us a family here. Yeah, Wenjo. You have Halo? No, what? You have Halo for the Atari 2600. Are you just bullshitting us? You know, you got to explain how the hell you pulled that one off. John? Yeah. That's badass, dude. Anyone remember that movie Kids? I don't. There's a pool on the 6th floor up in the sky. 6 floors in the sky, there's a pool. That's crazy as shit. Just go to Kentucky with Bottle Shine. Arnis might show something better in a Shine bragging rights contest. Oh, yeah. Yeah, Arnis will probably put us all to shame. It all started with Pong. Yeah, Dimu. I remember playing Pong, Dimu, over at my buddy's house. He had an Atari or something. And I think it was an Atari 2600. But anyway, he had Pong. And I was just fascinated with that shit. I was, making stuff move on the television. That just blew my mind. I couldn't believe it. Yeah. I love going over. He wanted to come over to my house and ride horses all the time. I didn't want to ride no damn horses. That's all I did was ride horses, it seemed like. Hillbillies love to shine, Tomcat. You would take pics, but only Discord could see. Tekken and Domino's Pizza and pizza for my Friday night. All right, Metal Gear. Hell yeah, dude. As a landscaper, I once had to stick a Christmas tree on a 26-story building ledge. Holy shit, Jeff. Yeah, I'd have been pissing my pants, dude. I don't like heights. Well, I have a fear of falling. If I'm sturdy, if I'm strapped down or something, or I have a good hold of something, it don't bother me. But like sitting there wrestling a Christmas tree I lose my shit. Coke Dog, what's up, Coke Dog? Tank Ferret, there he is. All right, you magnificent bastard, you Tank. All right, RR got his cup, everybody. That's awesome. Okay, cool as hell. Don't play anymore, but Tomb Raider on the PlayStation was your game, huh, Trinidad? Yeah, I remember that first Tomb Raider. That was cutting edge shit back in the day, huh? And it was just awesome. It was like, what was that one? Did you ever play that? They made a movie out of that one too. Where the guy ran. It was in, like Arabia or something. No. Prince of Persia. Remember that one, Trinidad? Prince of Persia? It was kind of like Tomb Raider, except, you know, it was 2D. You just ran across the screen. But I remember that, and just the mechanics of it. It was such a beautiful game because they coded it to where even though it was 2D, but he would jump and he would grab stuff and his legs would swing like a real person. Man, that was back when that came out, the original Prince of Persia in probably the late 80s, early 90s, something like that. I mean, that was so cutting edge. And it just seems so beautiful because of the movement, you know, not necessarily the graphics or anything, but the movement, how they programmed that stuff was just, it was a beautiful game. Yeah, Prince of Persia, yep. I'm not kidding. Halo was released for the Atari 2600 as a homebrew. Games released even today, which really pushed the limits of the 2600 console. No shit. I did not know that, John. Roxanne! There she is. How's it going, Roxanne? Glad to see ya. Heights are a huge note for you too, Dimu. Electric Camo, there he is. Hey, Cowboy Boy and the Gamer sounds like a movie. You never rode horses for fun. It was always work. Yeah, me too. I don't know if I ever have. But I've ridden, you know, hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of times. But I don't know that I've ever done it just for fun. Yeah, it was always work. Just like Wenjo says, I never rode them bitches just for fun. Hell no. I'd rather go fishing or something if I'm going to go have fun. Another good game back in the day, this one was on the Nintendo. Another friend of mine had a Nintendo, and me and him would play Contra together. Remember Contra? With the up, up, down, down, left, right, up, down, down, A, B, A, whatever it was. I forget the Konami code now. Damn, I used to know it. I mean, just like last year. I can't believe I've forgotten it. Up, down, down, left, right, A, B, select or some shit like that. But yeah, we had that Konami code and we played Contra for hours together. Roxanne's the name of a red car. I got a horse riding story. Want to hear it? I'll try to make it short. Yeah, Cope Dog. You need to come on here and tell it like Roxanne did last week. And R. Schneider's going to do tomorrow. I'm going to get all of y'all. I invite everyone. But I would love to have every one of you on here eventually. Just talking and hanging out like me and Roxanne did. Me and Trinidad. Trinidad hung out with me. Arnis has done it. It's just a good damn time. Yeah. It's not the falling that scares me. It's a sudden drop at the end. Yeah, Tank. You can do some heights, Robert, but ledges and towers are no fun. I was in a Black Hawk helicopter and I was on the end seat. I picked it on purpose because I wanted to look out and, right by the door. And I had the 6-point or 8-point harness, and you're just in there. You can't go anywhere. You're just completely secure. I was hanging out as far as I could and it was awesome. The dude, the pilot was flying nap of the earth. It seemed like a few feet. He was probably 20 or 30 feet above the tree line, maybe even more. But it seemed like we were just grazing the top of the trees to me. It was awesome. It was wonderful. But I wasn't afraid of heights because I was secure. That's why I say I think it's more like a fear of falling than me. If I'm not steady, if I'm not secure, then I get worried. But just being up high doesn't bother me at all. Used to climb and down inside 125-foot stacks to swap out readers inside cracking units. Nothing like abseiling down a 4-foot wide, 130-foot chimney in the dark. Kind of sucked. Yeah, no, I don't know if I could make myself do that shit. Yeah, no, I'd freeze up. I'd just lock up probably. Ronnie Anderson, what's up, Ronnie? Kane Corso, there you are. Good afternoon to both of you, if it is afternoon where you're at. John, I'll join you on the Discord channel just to show off the Atari homebrew games that I have. I think you'd be shocked at some of them. No shit, I already shocked it at Halo, dude. Yeah, that's awesome. Yeah, Tekken tournaments? Oh, okay. That would be badass. I played in a Madden tournament once. I actually won it. Yeah, that was a fun thing. I actually ended up winning a Madden tournament. Just a local thing. It wasn't like a regional or state or national, nothing like that. Just a local thing, like 20 or 30 of us all got together. But it was fun. You love Contra, Trinidad? You loved it too? Yeah. Oh, damn. Cope. Yeah. On the concrete. Yeah. Horses are dangerous, dude. Any big animal like that. If an animal is big enough to accidentally kill me without really trying, without being angry at me or anything, just turn the wrong way or whatever, step the wrong, and kill me, I'm not a big fan of that shit. I can deal with dogs and smaller animals, goats and sheep and stuff. And I've spent a lot of time on horseback. I know my way around, but I don't want to be on the back of one, not necessarily. I'm not a big fan of animals that can kill me on accident. Friar Dak, what's up? There he is, the Dakmeister, the Dakarino. Hey, buddy, who got the gift membership? Let's see. Chidane, no shit. Sniper Dak, zeroed in. Chidane, congratulations, Chidane. That's awesome. All right, welcome to the elite, the Gen X Think membership club. We have, I don't know if you saw the updated schedule I put out today, Chidane. I put it on Discord and on the YouTube channel, but we have members only live streams on Saturday morning at 5 Eastern time, Sunday morning at 6 Eastern time, and Wednesday night at 9 Eastern time, and we'd love to see you there. Absolutely. Congratulations, Chidane, and thanks again, Dak. Used to like PlayStation in 98, Nintendo in 91, Roxanne? That way you could see the games. Also, if you pick up a Flashback 9, I think it is, I have pretty much every game ever released that is playable on that console. No shit. A Flashback 9? I don't think I've ever heard of that, John. Maybe in passing at some time, but I'm not fully, I'm not completely aware of it. Most fun in a video game was PC game called Aces High. World War II vehicle battle game. You could get as ridiculous as doing like 4-hour B-17 bombing raid missions. No shit, Robert. That would be awesome, dude. Yeah. One of my favorite games on PC back in the early 90s was Quest for Glory. It was Heroes Quest when I first started playing it, but then when I went back looking for it later on, a couple years later, they had changed the name over some kind of copyright thing, and now it's called Quest for Glory. But back when I was playing it, the original thing, it was called Heroes Quest. I love that game. Absolutely awesome game for its time, you know. Got to reconfigure a gaming PC. My laptop should be more than capable, but the goddamn wheezes and stalls like a 90-year-old man because it has Windows 11. Dude, I'm telling you, I finally just got my wife to try Linux Mint because of that shit right there. I fired her laptop up with, and it's got Windows 11 on it, and it was 15 minutes into it, and then it wanted to update, and it didn't ask us. It's just updating, and it, 15, 20 minutes into it, and you still can't just click on an icon and do anything. And I'm sitting there, I'm getting frustrated. I was like, please just let me put Linux on this thing for you, so you quit. We don't have to do this anymore. And she finally consented, and now she tried it today. That was just yesterday, last night, and this morning, and she tried it today, and she loves it. So anybody, I need to make a how-to video and kind of instructional on how easy it is to just put Linux Mint on your shit, or any Linux distro, and get rid of Windows. Windows sucks so bad, and it's just a horrible company on top of it. Not only does their product suck complete ass, but they suck, just as a company. Most fun I had, oh, okay, I already read that one. 36 in the chat. That's the highest I've seen, Christopher. Oh, we have 36 people in the chat? That's awesome. Wolfenstein? Yeah, Robert. Yeah, I played that one too back in the day. EVE Online guy, Wirehead. I would. Maybe we can do that. Maybe I'll do that, actually. I'm just a solo player. I love EVE Online. I love it. Absolutely love it. But playing it solo is damn near impossible, because even after I battled and fought, and I played it for months, dude. And I finally got a battleship up to where I could get a battleship. And I'm like, yeah, I can finally, fly around a little bit without anybody just laying waste to me. And I got my battleship, and I'm out doing some kind of mission or something, and some little piece of shit dude in a sorry ass rust bucket tin can of a little tiny ship starts zipping around me and just shreds my battleship. I'm like, that can't happen. Did you ever watch Star Wars? You can't do that. You got to you've got to go in and launch get lucky as hell and have Jedi mind tricks and use the Force to take down a battleship with a little ship like that. But now, and I got so mad, dude, so I just gave up on it. I just quit. But if I actually knew some people and could join a group and play, but I love EVE Online. Yeah, it's one of the best games I've ever played. Yeah. Just for that though, I play solo though. I played I'm just a weirdo when it comes to that stuff, because I'll play World of Warcraft. I loved World of Warcraft, but I soloed that bitch all the way up, maxed my character out, just straight up solo. Yeah, I'd set up ambushes for the horde. Yeah, I'd go out. I was a dark elf hunter, and I'd go out and post up, me and my wolf, and I'd post up and just an ambush horde that came along. Yeah, just slaughter them. And even if they did kill my wolf, then I'd run away, because they wouldn't even know where I was. I'd be shooting at them with my bow through the bushes. Yeah, I loved it. It was so much fun. All right. Tango. We were taught to play poker and Hold'em by my grandma, who lived right next door. That was a blast. Yeah, we played a lot of cards too. That was my form of video games when I was a kid. We didn't have video games. We played a lot of board games, Monopoly, and because you could go get a board game from Goodwill or something, for $5 and keep the kids entertained for a long time. Played a lot of cards, 5-card draw, 5-card stud, Texas Hold'em, all that shit, you know. Remember playing chess with your dad? He got so pissed when you could finally beat him, OG. That's a badass story, dude. Yeah. Most of your PC games were just demo CDs. You like the classic NES ones, Raz? Command and Conquer. Oh, yeah, dude. Yeah. StarCraft, Fallout. Yeah, that was an awesome time frame for video games, man. A lot of, well, they just make sequels of all that shit now, you know. StarCraft and all that, and Fallout. My dad had some type of Atari with a joystick in the early 80s, but you weren't allowed to touch it. Just sent me an email about the topic of Atari games. Okay, buddy. All right, I'll check it out after the show. You sank my battleship. The force is strong with this one. Board games? Oh yeah, Roxanne. Played just metric shit tons of Monopoly, but I also liked Candyland and the Game of Life. I liked that one too. That one was pretty damn cool. Clue was awesome. Clue. Like I said, my parents would buy them from thrift stores, so they could get them for $2 or $5 or whatever it was, you know. So they'd buy that stuff, and even if a piece was missing or whatever, you know, you could substitute something, you know, for a missing piece. StarCraft was awesome. Yeah, I spent some time with StarCraft. No, people don't play cards anymore, Shelia. Another thing we can blame on the internet, I'm sure. Yeah, you're probably right. But yeah, people don't play cards anymore unless they're at the casino or something, right? Or some kind of card tournament. StarCraft MMO? That would be badass. Are they in the process of making one, or are you just saying you hope they do one day? Half-Life. I've never played Half-Life, Robert. Never played it. I actually have it. I own it on my Steam account, but I've never played it. Where's Mike Fleisner? Mike Fleisner showed up. Mike told me he got his shirt, everybody. Ezekiel, what's up, Ezekiel? Glad to see you here. There he is, Mike. What's up, Mike? Iron Maiden has a game you can play, store, download. No shit. I didn't know that, Mike. So you like your shirt, Mike? Say thanks to Dak for that one, Mike. You hate Monopoly, didn't you? You always went for the railroads and the utilities? Yeah, I always liked the yellow ones. What were they? What were the yellow ones, OG? Damn, I can't even remember the name of them now. But yeah, I always liked the yellow ones the best. Because they were high priced, but not crazy high priced. So they couldn't, I mean, they could still break you, but not like Boardwalk and the purple ones and shit. Half-Life is a great series, Wirehead. You can do 2 card tricks, Arnis? I can't do any. I never learned any card tricks or anything like that. Survivor. It was like an island game. No shit, Trinidad. I've never heard of that. Have y'all ever heard of, what the hell's the name of that board game? Not Risk. It's like Risk, but it's like a level up. Damn, now I can't remember it. Who can remember it for me? It's like Risk, but much more detailed. Axis and Allies. Axis and Allies. That is a badass game. Me and my buddies in the Army, we'd spend all weekend playing it because it would take a whole weekend to finish one game. And it was so badass. We had so much fun. You know, of course, we'd be drinking and shit, you know. We'd be sitting there drinking beers and playing Axis and Allies. Dude, That was awesome. Stratego. Yeah, I forgot about Stratego, dude. Oh, Twister. Question game. Yeah. Connect 4. Yup. Have a brand new pristine pack of Bob Ross playing cards, but I'm never going to open them. Have a regular pack somewhere. I like playing cards. Roxanne, that's awesome. Bob Ross playing cards. I didn't know they even made those, Roxanne. You should have showed them on your thing. Next time you come on, Roxanne, you got to show them to us. Yeah, that'd be awesome to see them. Your brother always put up houses and shit, OG, on Monopoly. Yeah, the next PlayStation not even going to have a disc slot. A lot of people are pissed off about that. Do a live stream the first time I play Half-Life. All right. Yeah, I might do that. You love watching card tricks, Roxanne? You still have your childhood Survivor game, Shelia? I've never even heard of that. Yeah, real-time strategy games did take a lot of time, didn't you? Big Country. What's up, Big Country? You never lost a game of Monopoly. No shit, Chadane. Damn, all it takes is one really bad roll, you know, to screw you. Yeah, that's pretty damn good, Chadane. You wanted to play Axis and Allies? Yeah, Axis and Allies is a wonderful game. It's very involved and in-depth. It's basically Risk. But you just have, there's a lot more to it. It's a lot more complicated and detailed. So if you like Risk, but you know, and if you feel like it's just a little too simple, then you would love Axis and Allies. Yeah, Axis and Allies is freaking awesome. And I still like RTS games, you know, video games like Civilization. I love Civilization games and stuff like that, you know. Just rock'em sock'em robots, Felix. And a green machine and you're golden, huh? Yeah. Anyone play drinking game called the Mushroom Game? No. Well, I played Quarters, of course. But no, we never played a Mushroom Game where you choose a color and you have to place your card on top of a beer can, and if it spills, you have to pound the beer. No shit. Huh. No, I've never played that one, OG. I still have a bunch of old board games and decks of cards, but not really anyone to use them since my wife died. Okay. You watch your brother play games for hours? Shadow of the Colossus was crazy. I've heard of that game, but I've never played it, Christopher. It does look cool as hell. Just in the, what do you call those? The commercials and stuff? The demos or whatever? Demu? Fuzzy Duck drinking game. Never played that one either. My husband says he got in trouble for swinging the Atari controller like a weapon. Your dad would beat you for that. Yeah. Yeah, my dad would have beat me for that too. I will. And next time I come back on, Jesse, I won't be so stiff and nervous. All right, Roxanne. You knocked him dead, Roxanne. Hell, they like you better than me. And I'm supposed to be the one, you know. I made up Gen X things. Everybody fell in love with Roxanne. Like, what the hell? You know? No, you did great, Roxanne. Yeah. Everybody loved you. Yep. Yeah, I can't wait to have you back on. A few friends of mine and me created a board game once. It was really fun to play. It was called the F-Bomb game. because during parts of it, you wanted to yell out F-bomb. All right, John, that does sound like fun, dude. Amazon dropped my torque wrench off. I got to finish my project. All right, Cope Dog. Well, thank you for dropping by, dude. Thanks for hanging out with us for a little bit. All right. The Crowbar and Half-Life, your trusty pal. Dude, talk about a tool in a game. Have y'all ever played Silent Hill, the original Silent Hill? I don't give a shit about the rest of them, but the original Silent Hill. That's one of the best games I've ever played. Downright, out and out, the best game. You go down, you got limited bullets, and you go down and you're fighting your way through this stuff and trying to. And these nurses in this hospital, these zombie-ass nurses, they are constantly assaulting you and killing you and making you restart and shit. Now, this is back in the day when, you know, you had to restart a game if you sucked. So it was aggravating. And man, I finally got down into the basement of this hospital, dude, and I found the damn fireman's axe. And it's like 5-6 feet long. And it was one-shot kill, those zombie nurses. Holy shit, I've never had so much fun in a video game as after I got that fireman's axe and went to stalking them nurses. Yeah, I was hunting them down. I would go looking for them now. I was running for my life for like 3 days, you know, trying to go back and forth, running for my life. And I finally got to get vengeance upon these damn nurses. I was so happy. And it was so much fun. Yeah. Now, I don't think you can have that much fun in a video game today. I just don't think it's possible. 40 in the chat. Let's go, Trinidad. Yeah. All right. 40. I don't really keep track of it. I don't even know where. I never know how many are in the chat. Y'all know. I don't. Yeah, I don't pay attention to it. Yeah, that's good though, Trinidad. Scrabble and Yahtzee, yeah. Well, those are classics, dude. They never go out, right, Roz? They never go out of fashion. Freaking Scrabble and Yahtzee, shit. Hey, yeah, you can't beat them. Ah, well, thank you, Roxanne. Thank you for coming on and hanging out with me too. It was a lot of fun. I can't wait to do it again. And old Snyder, he's not here yet, but he's got some big shoes to fill. He's got to come on after Roxanne, so he's got the pressure on him. Hungry Hippo Z question. Yeah, dude. Hungry Hippos. I forgot about that shit. Sonic, Worms, Micro Machines, Driver, Bomberman, Desert Storm, X-Wing, Sim Tower, Tekken, Microman. Forgot most of them already, huh? You need to buy a torque wrench, Jadane? 151, party. Oh shit, it's on fire. Artiste. Warhammer. I've never played Warhammer, Robert. Never played Warhammer. Yeah. And now it's a video game. I always wanted to play Dungeons and Dragons, Robert. You know, but have your little miniature. You could paint up yourself, buy a miniature. You know, like your character would be a warrior or a cleric or whatever. And then you buy the miniature that represents your character, right? And you can paint them up and stuff and then use your character to move. You know, put them on a grid or whatever. I always thought that would be fun. I never got to do that, but I thought that would be fun. When, Joe, in college, I won a Texas Hold'em tourney between all the other sororities and fraternities. No shit. That's pretty damn cool, Win, Joe. Hell, that's better than my damn Madden tournament. You would love to play lawn darts, Dak? I'm too old for that shit now, Dak. Well, I played them when I was a kid, yeah. Luckily, I survived it. But, yeah, I wouldn't want to play them now. Holy shit. I'd be afraid to play them now. Drinking games involving lawn darts. Yeah, that would be pretty damn cool, Z. Not a fan of EA, not me neither. Especially now that they've been purchased by who the hell? Oh yeah, what the hell? One of those, Arabia, whatever the hell. I forget the name of that place now. The only one over there by Iraq. You loved it too, Arnis? OG Silent Hill? Tell him, Arnis, that shit's for real, huh? That's a damn good game. I never played any of the sequels, Arnis. Not one of them. I didn't play Silent Hill 2 or any of the sequels at all. I played Silent Hill 1, though, all the way through and beat it. And it was not easy, and it was just awesome. An awesome experience. I can't wait for them to make it. They're supposed to be remaking it for the PC. I would love to get it from Good Old Games and put it on my, on my list, in my library in my Good Old Games. That would be awesome. Got to get a mug for a mug, Wall? Played lawn dart with bow and arrow as a kid. Holy shit. Damn, Tomcat. Mike, oh yeah, everybody. Thank you so much, Mike. Hit the like button if you would, please. Or hit the dislike button if you think I suck. That'd be awesome too. You love Silent Hill, Trinidad? That was a really good game, wasn't it? Do you remember the nurses, Trinidad? Those nurses left an impression on me. I feel bad. The kids today may be missing out on the best years behind the screen. Yeah, I know, Felix. Yeah, it's sad, isn't it? I'm not even joking. It's messed up. They're not living life. Run around, shooting each other in Call of Duty and teabagging digital corpses and stuff. What is that? That's not a life, We ran around and explored the actual real world and built forts and did goofy shit and found playboys in the ditches and actually experienced life and told each other secrets and passed around urban myths and it was just awesome. It was cool. What do these kids have now? Slender Man or some shit? That was old. That's old. I don't know what the hell they have now. But it's kind of pathetic if you think about it. Oh, gee, haven't had a drink in years, man. But Dame, I had so many good times at the best ones. I can't remember, but luckily someone else does. Yeah, that's me. OG. Dog Karma. Boom. Ooh, ooh, ooh. Dog Karma. You get 2, Dog Karma. All right. See who the lucky recipients are. Chuck Spanish. Stitch and Rue. Methylitic miasma. That's a $3 handle there. Snake Eyes. Yeah, you gotta let that. Snake Eyes is cool. I like Snake Eyes. That's pretty damn cool. TCO. TC0314. Awesome. Yeah. All right. Well, to you 5, congratulations on your gift membership. That's an elite gift membership from Dog Karma. Yeah. Thank you, Dog Karma, for your support. I hope that those 5 weirdos appreciate their gift memberships. And as I said earlier, we have members only live streams. Saturday morning, Sunday morning, Wednesday nights. All right. And y'all are invited. We'd love to see you there. Yeah, last time Dog Karma was the sniper. This time it was Dak. Dak with just 1 gift membership. Chidane Cacao. Right there, yeah. The Goonies, Ronnie, yeah. Yeah, dude. I love the Goonies, dude. Yep. Dirt clod fights. Yeah, we had horse apple fights. Jason, when I was a kid, we always around horses and stuff. And we throw horse turds at each other. They're just perfect size, for a little kid to huck at each other. The best. it was gross to pick up a green kind of, wet one. But if you caught your brother right behind the ear with it right there and splat, and you can see the juice and stuff get around. Dude, there was nothing more satisfying. Truly, nothing at all. Not marriage, not, the birth of your child. Nothing like that is as satisfying as catching your brother right behind the ear with a nice, wet, squishy horse apple. So don't let anybody tell you any different, right? That people will lie and tell you shit about graduating college or, whatever, coming home from war. Nothing compares to, catching your brother like that with a nice squishy one. I think I'm going to give my daughter's VR headset a try to see if I can do something with it. They are actually pretty damn cool, Roxanne. The only thing right now is that the games just they're not up to snuff. You know what I mean? They're okay, but it's kind of gimmicky. You get in there and you screw around for a little bit and it kind of wears off fast because the games just aren't there to that level. If they had a killer app like, Silent Hill or Halo, the first Halo or something to really draw you in and just make, you gotta have it, then I wouldn't be able to say it. But as it is, there's just not, there's not a game that you can fall in love with, and I had one for a couple of years and I played with it for 20-30 minutes at a time, but I just didn't find a game that I really loved, and I eventually just sold them. Me and my wife each had one, and she never played with hers. I played with mine a lot more than she did, but we eventually just sold both of them. We just never used it. It just sat there collecting dust. But yeah, good luck. I hope you do find, a game that you really like. Now, they've come out with games since I sold mine, so they could have since then. If I get one, maybe one day, it's probably too expensive, but the new Steam one, the Steam goggles, whatever they're going to call their Steam version of the alternate reality goggles. Lucky to have all your digits, Tomcat. Table hockey was awesome, dude. Yeah. And that foosball. I could see them dudes, I would see them dudes playing that foosball, and some of those guys just knew how to rack. They could just rack and pow. It sounded like that ball was going to come blowing out the ass end of that damn table. I just never played enough. I could get it once in a while. I could see how they were doing it, but I had never played enough to really get used to it. But I've seen them dudes play with that damn foosball, and they could just manipulate that ball around and rack. Yeah, my brother's like that. My brother can do that, play foosball like that. I just never played it enough to really get that good at it. Damn, I'm beat. Gonna hook up the camper after this, then think I'm gonna get some ice cream and go to sleep. All right, Roz, you be cool, buddy. Yeah, get some rest, man. I know you're busting your ass getting ready and loading up the truck and all that stuff. When Joe, we need to put Roz on our prayer list on Discord. And everybody, I think all of us, if you're into it, not necessarily prayers if that's not your thing, but maybe, just some good vibes, shake some beads or something, or just send some good, some good luck, some good harmony toward Roz, because he's going on an adventure, and we just want to make sure he stays safe, okay? So just whatever you're into, good prayers, so put him on your prayer list before you go to sleep at night, or put him, when you're burning your sage or whatever, give Raz a quick thought, and let's send him some good vibes and keep him healthy and safe out there on the road. Oh, good. Okay, Wenjo, you're already on it. Of course you are. Yeah, you didn't even need me to say it, huh? Trinidad, biscuits were on sale. Buck a can. We had a full on battle in my town for a little with raw biscuits. No shit. Use clackers as bolas. All right. Thank you, Wenjo. All right. I appreciate it. Thank you so much for what you do over there on Discord, Wenjo. I really do appreciate it. Thank you. Play pool like in Dazed and Confused. Bowling alley was a hot spot. Yeah, Felix, that in that one small town I lived in for a little while, that was the major thing. The major hangout place was the bowling alley. They had a couple video games in there, maybe a pool table and a foosball table or something, and then of course bowling. You know, a little place where they would cook hamburgers or something. But yeah, that's where everybody hung out. Tank, a buddy of mine is taken to self-hosting servers for all of his friends to come and play on. No shit. I want to get Wirehead to maybe school me on that a little bit. When I get the money, I want to do that. Self-host all my stuff, Tank. Probably have most of what I need. I just, just the memory and stuff with the RAM apocalypse is going to be expensive. So, but Wirehead knows how to do all that stuff, and get him to give me some advice and explain to me how to do it and what the hell I'm doing. But I'd love to self-host my own stuff, Tank. I just think that would be awesome. Not have to rely on Google Drive or Google Photos. You just have all your own shit. That would be so awesome. I just hate being dependent on anything, Tank. Any kind of system. Google or Microsoft or the government, or I don't give a shit. Any of it. I do not like being dependent. I want to be self-sufficient in every level, at every, just in every way possible. The chickens are coming home to roost, Bobby Boucher. You playing foosball while I'm home alone with Steve? Yeah, the water boy. You gotta love that, RR. Yeah, foosball. Mama say. Sending all your good vibes. Rise, all right, Trinidad. Thank you so much, Trinidad. Dogo's gonna have fun tomorrow. I got doctor's appointment and he'll get to chill out in the camper instead of staying home. Okay. Yeah, AF. Yeah, it is hot to be starting out on an adventure. Yeah. I don't know the exact day. Yeah. Maybe he might have already answered it as I scroll down. Not exactly sure. Okay. Nail and Nave. Kaylin says hi and thanks you for the gum. All right. All right. Well, tell her I said hi. And give her a big hug from her Uncle Jesse. Duck pins or 10 pins as far as bowling goes. Duck pins seem to be a mid-Atlantic area thing. I've never heard of duck pins. What is that? I never even heard of it, John. I just thought you had 10 pins down you and you rolled the ball at it. Yeah, I've never heard of duck pins. Yeah, I just got to get the stuff together, Wirehead. Once I get the physical stuff together, I'm gonna pick your brain, buddy. Yeah. Now I won't be afraid to ask. I just, I got to get the damn hard drives and stuff together. I've got pretty much everything else, I think. I think I have pretty much everything else, Wirehead. I just got to get the damn hard drives together. I've got the... No, I do need to buy a couple more things. Yeah, I do need to buy a couple more things. But I'm close. You got a pool hall and candlepin bowling. Candlepin bowling. Y'all are coming up with bowling. I just thought bowling was bowling. What the hell are you talking about? Candlepin bowling? And John had another one? Yeah, I've never heard of that shit. Used to ride my bike to the bowling alley to buy cigarettes from the cigarette machines. No shit, Roxanne. I always walked to the bar. Well, sometimes. There was one place we lived where the bar was in walking distance, and my dad would send us to the bar with notes, to buy cigarettes. Walking to the bar at 10 years old, bunch of drunks in there. I love bowling. You love bowling, John? Just can't do it anymore due to my disabilities. I always liked bowling, but it hurt my damn, hurt with something. Maybe my hand. Might have been my thumb. Because I broke my thumb at the foster home like I told you about. Might be my thumb. One of my joints here, even as a kid, bowling always caused me a lot of pain. But I really liked it. Except for the pain. Ain't too hot for you? Even if it starts to feel hot, you got AC in the truck and camper. Oh, that's good. Drop a link for me? Okay, John, thank you. Wirehead. Let me know what bits you need. I might have them here just sitting in a drawer. Oh, okay. All right, Wirehead, that'd be awesome, dude. Thank you, man. We didn't have bowling, Trinidad. We hung at the skating rink. It was more like a tent, really. We did have a theater with a drive-in. Oh, okay. Bowling is only bowling when it's bowling. Otherwise, it's more than just bowling. Tank. Vegas Vacation is exactly how Vegas tourists were. Great movie, better than Christmas one. You think so, Felix? I love those. My favorite Vegas movies is that damn Hangover, dude. I know it's it wasn't an 80s or 90s movie, but that damn Hangover, that said, well, the first two are awesome. The third one kind of sucks, but Hangover and Hangover 2, damn, those are funny as hell. I can go watch those right now and laugh my ass off. I called him Uncle Jesse earlier. I guess he got stuck on to the ether. That's now his official nickname, Uncle Jesse. I could ride with that, Christopher. I've been called worse, that's for damn sure. I like being Uncle Jesse. Fred Flintstone loves bowling. AWOL Stew, yeah, I remember that too, now that you mention it. Jeff Burgess, what's up, Jeff? Bowling was left over from the previous generations. Yeah. Yeah, dude, you're right about that. Yeah. Yeah, Jeff called that one. Yeah, Jeff got us there. That is. When she turns on the microwave, I pee my pants and forget where I am for a few seconds. Cousin Eddie's metal plate. Yeah, dude. Oh, shit. That's hilarious, man. I remember that, though, Wirehead. I was living in Las Vegas 87 to 2010s, and that Vegas vacation is how Vegas needed to stay. It was perfect. Now it's all corporate. Yeah. It was a Trinidad lives in Vegas, doesn't she? There she is, Trinidad. I got cigs from the corner store on tab with my allowance. I was 11. I had a tab. What? Oh, times have changed, huh, Trinidad? What the hell? Yeah. The dude obliges. The dude abides, huh? RR? Isn't it abide? Yeah, there you go. I thought so. Tennis, lots of it. I had a buddy who just loved tennis. His name was Macario. And he loved tennis, and I would play tennis with him in junior high. But he was a lot better than me, you know. I barely keep up with him. But it was okay. I liked tennis a little bit. I didn't fall in love with the shit, but my main toy since 16 has been riding motorcycles and riding around seeing sights. The Sega was for boredom after the first wife left, okay? We call him Yessie. Uncle Yessie, Mike. Those situations happen all the time. Crazy town makes people crazy. The hangovers, yeah, I bet, Felix. I've been to Vegas once or twice, been to Reno. I love Vegas, dude. Going there for a weekend. There's a lot of fun to be had in Vegas, man. Got to wear overalls to be Uncle Jesse? I'll have to get me some then. Maybe I'll just wear them for Sundays. The Big Lebowski was such a good flick, AWOL. Yeah, you're right, dude. You're right. Your parents got married in Vegas in the 80s, Chidane. No shit. That's pretty damn cool. Latest stint, someone beat up on a pink flamingo at the Flamingo. Oh yeah, before I forget, I haven't said it yet. At the end of the show, we're going to have a giveaway. And it's going to be a trivia test on the 80s. 80s trivia. So I'm going to explain stuff a little bit here. The link is in the description for the rules. But all you do is answer the trivia question. If you don't want me to know your address, then don't answer the trivia question. That's it. You know, it's that simple. If you answer the trivia question, then I need your address to send you the damn, what is it this week? A cup? A cup. I'm going to send you a cup. I don't want to do anything else with your address. I'll give you a damn cup. So if you don't want me to have it, then don't answer the question. All right? That's simple. I'm not going to do anything else with your information. You know, I'm just gonna send you a cup. What else? YouTube's not affiliated with the damn thing, with the giveaway at all. YouTube's got nothing to do with it. It's just between me and you. Okay? You don't have to buy anything or do anything. All you got to do is answer a question. That's it. You don't even have to be a subscriber or member or any of that shit. Nope. All you have to do is answer the question. First one to answer the question. First correct answer to pop up on my screen. Not your screen. My screen. Because I have to go by my screen. First correct answer wins the cup. And it's this cup right here. Not this exact one, but it's the identical one of these. And I'll send that to you. What else? Some other shit that's pretty important too. But the link is in the description. You go there and you read the rules if you want to know the rest of them. Just think about that. And remember that if you don't answer the question, you know, don't even participate if you don't want to. You know, if you don't want me to know your address. Or if you've already won, don't bother participating because I want to, you know, I want everybody to get a chance first. Once we go through a bunch of people, maybe at the beginning of the year or something, maybe I'll just do it at the new year. I'll start fresh, and then everybody who's already won can win again. Okay, so just to keep everything simple. If you've already won, don't answer, please. All right. Trinidad, yeah, I never go to the Strip. I'm hanging on my patio. We rent a little Art Deco style apartments from the 90s. Oh, that'd be cool, Trinidad, yeah. It's 5,300 miles from here to Vegas. Holy shit, yeah, Christopher. And you can't drive there. Stop wasting time, artiste. When Joe, it was cyberpunk story in the making. 2 veterans have to get a sensitive computer across the country using mass transportation. You ever played some? They had a like a D&D game, a role-playing game called Cyberpunk, and that shit was awesome. It's basically the same, just like Dungeons and Dragons, but instead of being set in fantasy, it was set in sci-fi. A damn cool game. I used to play that one too when I was in the Army with my Army buddies. Milkman, what's up, Milkman? Oh, on my with it, yesy, LOL, such a tease. No, we're not. I was just telling everybody so everybody knows, that we're doing a giveaway today. I don't want somebody to leave early because they forgot about the giveaway. Way before the Big Lebowski, we knew about a Flushing. Never seen one or got one, but sheesh. Dang, Tank, that sounds like it would make a good book. The 80s again. The last two were from when I was 1 year old. Oh, okay. I didn't even think about that. Yeah. Well, you just have to look that shit up real quick. I just got the thing from the 80s. Next time I buy one, Roz, I'll buy one from the 90s. So your young ass can compete. Now, although you will have an edge because most of us don't remember the 90s. Yeah, we were inebriated. We do not remember the 90s. Does anyone here remember the 90s? Anyone at all? Except, the kids that were born in the 80s. You never bowled candlepin, but you were a beast at duckpin, John? Daisy Dukes. Hell yeah, Milkman. Daisy was the shit. Felix, 115 degrees Fahrenheit in Vegas. I'm done with that wind and heat. Cyberpunk 2020 is peak. Shadowrun. I've never played Shadowrun. Wirehead. Time you have some rain and bugs and killer trees. You played Shadowrun, Robert? Yeah, I've heard of Shadowrun, but I never got the chance to play it. So Yessie, I drink my Java from my Gen X mug in my shower cap every morning. So you got your shower cap, Wenjo? Have you actually worn it yet? I was waiting for you to post a picture on Discord so we could all see you in your super awesome shower cap. Well, you might have, and I just didn't notice it because I don't get on Discord as often as I would like to. You remember all of the 90s, Christopher? You must be about 47 as well. Yeah. Christopher's a youngster. He's probably 45 or 46 even. Some wild stuff happened back then. I love the freaking 90s. You watch your talk. AF said she loves the 90s. Yeah, the 90s was awesome. I'm not real familiar with that decade. I don't even remember how much beer cost. Yeah, I don't remember. I don't remember what anything tasted like. It's all just like a big smear of time and beer and tequila. You were a lightweight with 3 jobs in the 90s, Trinidad? Holy shit, yeah, you were working your ass off. Yeah, I only had 1 job. I was in the Army. No, just not legally, Roz? Okay, all right. Yeah, you were still partying though, huh? Like us in the 80s. Turned 21 in the year 2000. Jadane. What's that make you? Like Gen Z or Gen Alpha? Jadane? Huh? That's youngster right there. I turned 21 in 92. I guess technically you're not too far behind me. Yeah. You're still Gen X, I reckon. Picking on Chidane. Boomer? Who the hell you say, artiste? Who you calling boomer? Huh? You better be talking to Wenjo like that. You don't be talking to me like that, artiste. All that boomer shit. All that boomer shit, artiste. Yeah. We're talking to Wenjo. Or Dog Karma or some shit. Talking to Jesse like that. Graduated in 91. At 14? Holy shit. Graduated at 14. 90s were a hoot. My husband worked on slot machines. Trinidad. Felix, he used to make video games, but AI took over. Oh, okay. Your husband actually used to make video games. That would be an awesome job, Trinidad. Gen X. Chidane. All right. Yeah, I guess I can't make fun of Chidane. She's, or he, what are you? Or do you want to say, Chidane? Chidane's Gen X, so I can't make fun of Chidane. Just accept your inner boomer. The hell you say? You and artiste. Yeah. Y'all can go, both of y'all could go jump in a boomer lake. Lake Boomer. I got a Lake Boomer for both of y'all. Yeah. Yeah. Gen Z were born in the 90s. Alpha is like 2005 plus or something. Yeah. Them Alpha kids, they're growing up. Imagine that, Christopher. They're growing up with AI. Like the Gen Z grew up with cell phones. They don't even know life without a cell phone. These kids aren't even going to know life without AI. What the hell? They're going to be dumb as stumps. Yeah. I spent the night in lockup my 21st birthday. Hell yeah, Milkman. That means you did something right. Yeah. You played it tight to the chest, huh? You threaded the needle on your 21st birthday, didn't you, Milkman? Hell yeah. Rusty Doob. There he is. The man of the hour. What's up, Rusty? Don't jump in here talking shit, talking boomer shit, Rusty, right off the jump. Better ease off in this conversation. Rusty's my buddy. I'm just grateful I'm older than you, Jesse, not by much. AWOL. AWOL. And gum wrappers. And gum with wrappers. Yeah, Felix. $10 and a friend old enough to buy group 4-6 could get ripped. Yeah, true, Tomcat. Jesse Boomer artiste. Yeah, that's it. That's it. You and Raziel on my shit list now, artiste. Well, my kids call me mommy, so oh, okay, Chidane. All right. All right. So she's Gen X. Awesome. That means that kind of sucks though, because I like picking on Gen Z. I'm not going to lie. I like picking on Gen Z. It would have been cool to have another Gen Z in the chat to pick on, because Too Dead, as you can see, is not here. Who would win 8 in a fight, 8 in this chat? Who would win in a chat fight? Is that like a cat fight where we pull each other's hair and shit, but verbally? Huh? Huh, artiste? Who's been to detox? Hell, I don't know. I was too drunk to make it to detox. Phone booths were our smartphones, yep. Oh, boomer smack. Yeah. Yeah. Was the thing back in the 80s. One free drink on 21st each bar, trying to get future customers. Oh, okay. Robert. We had best secure our village before those whack kids take over. we'll print all our signs in cursive and our military vehicles be manual. Yeah, Robert. Yeah, well, we definitely have to do that. Although I've got some other reasons as well, besides the kids taking over. But yeah, we definitely got to do it, and as soon as possible. ASAP, right? Tank went to apply to college at 17 and found out my diploma was trash. What the hell? So I paid for a private school to graduate again. The Army said they were a diploma factory, so I got my GED. So then you got your GED. No shit. That's messed up, Tank. Found out your diploma was trash. You love phone booths? So did Superman, Wirehead. My 21st spent paycheck at Sahara playing every game. No shit, Felix. Have 4 to 5 Gen Z kids. Chidane, is that 4 to 5? You're not sure? Between 4 and 5, like 4.5, maybe 5-ish. Chidane, they can't be 45, right? Tank, graduated high school 3 damn times. Holy shit, dude. 1 to 2 millennial kids. That's a passel of kids there, Chidane. You've been busy. That's awesome, though. Yeah, that's awesome, Chidane. I was drinking at the local Sincwe. What the hell? Is that some Australian shit? SINCWE. I was 16 the day I turned 18. You were 16 the day you turned 18, AWOL. They asked me for ID. Them breaks. So, he was at the Sincwe, AWOL would have me believe. He was at the Sincwe and was 16 on the day he turned 18. And then they asked him for ID. That's what AWOL is trying to tell me here. I don't know what's the age limit, the legal age in Australia, AWOL. Is it 18? Here, it's 21 over here in the United States. 2 dead, just a kid, yeah. Yeah, he's just a sprout. He's got a lot of growing to do. He's a good kid, though. Hey, crew, if I could throw an extra prayer or a well wish for Dak, if you could, that would be good. That would be groovy. All glory to God. Okay, so Wenjo requests that we say an extra prayer for Dak, too. And that, again, that does not specifically mean prayers. If you're not into that, you want to do some voodoo and burn some chicken feathers or something, or sage or whatever, whatever your thing is, just positive vibration, some good harmony, right? For Dak, I'd appreciate it. So thank you. Chris, my husband is younger than me. He is your age, 100%. So close to Gen X, you're one of us. Honestly, the Gen Zs I know are all pretty cool. They actually want Gen X advice. Yeah, I hate to admit this shit. Y'all keep bringing this shit up. But yeah, John, most Gen Z kids I've met in real life are really good. I just cry about the ones really in that online because I can and it's fun. The actual Gen Z kids I know in real life, all of them are really great kids, down to earth, solid kids, hardworking kids. They're just good kids. I just like making fun of them because that, what the hell else am I going to do besides make fun of Gen Z when I'm bored? So I like making fun of Gen Z. They're got a lot of my niece, nephews, Gen Z, and I get to piss them off at the same time, make them get all funny in the face and shit by hacking on Gen Z. So it's a double. And then randomly, some Gen Z will run across the video and watch it and get all, squishy in the comments and shit. You can't. Excuse me. And that's just hella fun. Just some random stranger get all butt hurt because some somebody said some shit online. That's the gift that just keeps on giving, you know. I have a video up here that I've, made 18 months ago, and people still getting upset about it. Them kids, Gen Z kids. I can be a woman if I want or whatever. Like, I'm not arguing. I didn't say you couldn't, dude. You do you, It's just fun. So that's just where I'm at with that. So when I'm making fun of Gen Z, I'm not, making fun of all of them. Just most. Cake is not recommended for blood loss, but it is pretty tasty. For blood loss? What the hell? Now I got to try to catch up. Did AWOL Stu answer my shit with that crazy ass stuff he was typing? How he turned 18 on his 16th birthday and shit? Disaster Peace Theater, what's up, dude? There is concentrated power and money in both medicine and energy regulatory capture, patent strategies, lobbying, and incentives that favor expensive intervention over cheap ones are real problems. Yeah. That's awesome. That's a whole lot of syllables. Disaster, a whole lot of syllables, dude. You type that down. You need to learn how to say all that in like one syllable words for me, right? They'll make it simple. Like simple enough for a damn orangutan to read that shit. Like Clyde from Every Which Way But Loose, right? You want him to be able to read it. That way I can be able to understand it. I can read it and probably, I bet I pronounced a good 40% of those words correctly. But, knowing what they mean is a different thing. But yeah, no, I know what you're saying, buddy. I'm just picking on you. Disaster Peace. Yeah, it's just, it sucks, dude. Medicine and energy, we could have had cheap solar decades ago, dude. Decades ago. But they suppressed it. I don't know that they did because I wasn't there watching them suppress it, but I have a very strong feeling, I would bet my left ass cheek that, yeah, they did suppress it. 2 dead, no cursive? That I do not know, Joe. That I do not know. That could literally go either way, Joe. You could flip a coin. So I don't know. I'd hate to have to bet on that one. My old man was giving you beer to drink when you were 6, when he would be stuck at all the auto shop and they had was beer to drink. Yeah, my dad used to buy us those used to have little 6-ounce cans of beer. Regular big around, the same size around, but they were half talls. I don't know what you called them. I forget. I was 6. Shit, I don't know what the hell they were called. They were just tiny little beers. My dad would buy them for us, for me and my brother. Yeah. Crazy as shit. But yeah, when I was probably about the same age, about 5, 6 years old. Yep. Why the hell he did it, I don't know. Jack, artiste, he's never been specific with me, but he's just going through some medical stuff. Artiste. Yeah. I'm not sure on the specifics though, but he's going through some medical issues. Used to be 18 in Louisiana, but they changed it to 21 the year you turned 18. No shit, Trinidad. That would suck. Real men drink full lager beer. I always thought real men drank whatever the hell they could get a hold of, right? The best beer is free beer, is what I was taught. Oregon has the most strip clubs than any other state. No shit, Felix. Is that true? I would have bet it'd be like California or something. Because California, or even Florida, or New York. I wouldn't have bet Oregon, dude. I'd have lost my ass if somebody would have asked me. Cake is not recommended for blood loss, but it is pretty tasty. Yeah, If they see it, they'll just think it's Braille, Chidane. AWOL. That's what you can get a driver's license on the road. That's when you can get a driver's license on the road. But I was drinking and driving before that. Allowed to vote too. Liquor is quicker, milkman. Sun is no longer yellow. It's white now. It's turning blue. I used to drink 10% beers a lot. Tastes like motor oil though, yeah. Lighting a candle for you, Raz. All right, Trinidad. Thank you. I'm partial to triple IPAs. My first beer was a Pony Miller. Oh, no shit, big country. Okay. It was called Olympia. It's an Oregon beer called Olympia. M generation will shit their pants if push button digital goes down. Yeah, you're right about that, dude. And quadruple IPAS and Abiels. Try to avoid vodka. It makes me psycho or a crybaby or a cry. One or the other, huh? Turns you into Jeffrey Dahmer or just a little tiny baby. And, oh, there we go. Wait, there. Yes, Oregon. Most strip clubs, facts. No shit. I wonder why. Why the hell? Felix, Oregon had the most strip clubs. That's crazy. Buy whatever you feel like buying. Don Johnson in Miami Vice. Artiste. Current green energy will never offset the population created in its manufacturing or maintenance. It's a scam. Yeah, Tank. I agree, dude. Freaking near beer, so nasty. All the disgusting flavor with none of the benefits. Yeah, Chidane. No, I agree. I've tasted that stuff before. Just once or twice. Yep. Was not a big fan. I totally agree with Chidane there. Ezekiel's leaving us? All right, Zeke. Be cool, buddy. Be cool, man. Thank you so much, Zeke. Yeah, it's all fun and games till you get caught, AWOL. You're right about that. The Oregon strip clubs probably have a lot of green and blue-haired girls with nose piercings and body tats. Yeah, you're probably right about that, AF. RR, a good Hefeweizen on a hot summer day isn't bad. Is that a brand of beer, RR? Disaster piece. You don't know where you're going, but you can read a map if you get lost, right? Yeah, dude. I know what you're talking about. Jesse, I've had Rainier beer in Seattle. It was messed up city even then. Yeah, big country. I've drank Rainier before too. Yeah, quite a bit actually. More than I care to admit. Milkman, state of Massachusetts Governor Maura Healey just signed a bill to accept the abortion up to term. Yeah, all the way up until birth. I read that too, Milkman. Yep. The world is going to shit. They had drive-through strip clubs during COVID in Oregon. They did? Drive-through strip clubs. Holy shit. That's insane. Oregon strippers are probably the most pale strippers out there. Yeah, I bet so, Arnis. Yeah, probably. I went to Oktoberfest in Munich, Germany. Talk about an amazing time. Yeah, I had a buddy who was stationed in Germany, and he went to Oktoberfest there, and he said it was a blast, John. Yeah. Dark beers, dark rum, good whiskey, or good mead. I'm easy to please when I want to drink. Yeah, me too. I don't. After the third drink or whatever, fourth drink, depending on what it is, I quit. You know, it all tastes pretty damn good after that, right? Would drink near beer as a kid while fishing with your stepdad. All right. You'd rather smoke weed, Christopher? It's hard to get there. Yeah, we need to bring you over to America with our in our Gen X community, dude. That way you can get your smoke on, get your vape on, huh? I often wonder why boys like beer so much more than girls. I sort of hate it, unless it's uber hot. I'm hella thirsty and the beer is ice cold. Yeah, I don't know that either, Wenjo. I actually love beer. I love the taste of beer. At the end of a hot day, there's nothing better. The only reason I don't drink beer is because that shit's expensive, you know. And I mean, of course, hangovers and all that other shit too. And it's just me and my wife, and she don't want to be hanging around somebody, you know, who's drunk all the time or whatever. But beer is just, it tastes really good, you know. Come home after a long hot day, sit down and drink an ice cold beer. I don't know that there's much better in life than that, honestly. But I don't know. I don't know why chicks don't dig beer like dudes do. It's manna from heaven. I'd rather, I already read that one. I thought about trying the Coors non-alcoholic, but let's be honest here. Coors Light is already just spicy water, not really beer. Yeah. You miss beer, Arnis? Metho would probably be less expensive. Hyphenweiser is a wheat-based beer, no barley. German specialty. Oh, okay, RR. I liked Belgian. It was a Belgian pale. Blue Moon was a Belgian pale ale. That shit's good, dude. I like that. One of my favorites. I drank to forget. It never worked out, so now I stick with Mary and stay mellow. All right, Tomcat. Yeah, I might actually try some edibles here pretty quick. If this pain in my shoulder and neck doesn't go away, I might start trying some edibles. Ice cold barley pops on a hot day is awesome. Yeah, dude. After a long, hard day, nothing beats that first beer. Nectar of the gods. Yeah. Yeah, that's what I'm saying, RR. Weed is legal in MD, Maryland. Is that Maryland, John? But I got off a weed a long time ago while my wife allows it. Now I'm just out of the habit. Okay. Wine coolers are for women. Yeah. Yeah, artiste. Wine coolers. My great-great-grandparents, the brewers, came out in me and really decided I liked it. All right, AF. Shelia, I'm a total girl about alcohol. No on the beer, gotta be sweet. When Smirnoff Ice came out, I was all over that. All right. Yeah, I like, I have to remember the name of it now. Damn, I'm not going to be able to remember the name of it. Anyway, there's a beer, and it's almost kind of salty. Shit, it's a major beer. I can't believe I'm not remembering. But it's not like, you know, one of the big brands, Budweiser or anything like that. It's a pretty big name. I can't think about it, but that's one of my favorites. And it's got a salty flavor to it, and damn, that shit is good. That shit is so good. The real German beer, not bitter at all. Munchner, okay. Sailor Jerry's or Bacardi? Trinidad, that was Trinidad. That Bacardi shit. She talking about some real partying. A missus has more estrogen than any beer. Fambre, a good fermented cherries. No shit. Wenjo, they do reschedule weed on the federal level. Wyoming might become legal. Blue Moon is wheat-based. I thought so, RR. That's what reminded me of it when you said wheat-based. I really learned to love beer when I was woodworking. When you got sinuses full of pine dust, nothing else works better for clearing you out. Sailor Jerry's, if you're going hard, Trinidad. Blue Moon Beer is a side company of Coors. No shit, Arnis, I did not know that, dude. I know Coors is from Golden, Colorado, right, Arnis? Malibu is good, but it's too much sugar. Germans made beer like 2,000 years ago. You can trust them, yeah. Yeah, you're right about that. Trump keeps saying he'll reclassify weed, but I'll not hold my breath while he does it. I'll believe it when I see it, yeah. Rum was your go-to, Felix? Now vodka is cleaner. No sugars as rum. Okay. Happy to hear a few years ago they outlawed menthol cigarettes locally. All right, AF. Blue Moon is good, especially with orange slice. Shannon? Shannon, what's up, Shannon? Glad to see you here. Glad you could make it. I've never had it with orange slice, Shannon, but I like I said, I like Blue Moon. I'm trying to remember the name of that beer. Shit, I can't remember it, but it's a really good beer. It's probably my favorite beer. Arnis, that always trips me out too. Coors is awful, but Blue Moon is tasty. Yeah, Blue Moon's good shit, Tank. Roxanne's back. All right. Malibu coconut rum. Lightweight stuff, but it's so good. Wine coolers are fine, but they're not really drinking. It's just like having a soda. Hard work is a habit, not beer. Hey, well, yeah. My dog pissed on a chair, Force pilot's leg, on an Air Force pilot's leg. No shit. The Navy were quick to support him. Quick to support him. All right. Can I get a Discord invite? Steven, yeah, it's pinned right there. I pinned the Discord invite to the chat, Steven. That's the pinned comment is the Discord invite, Steven. We'd love to see you over there, dude. Yeah, all of you. Anybody who's not been over to Discord yet, Raziel has done some really cool shit over there with Discord. And then everybody, you know, contributing to the conversation over there as well. And, you know, they're making it awesome too. Nothing like calling cops for a cold body. Arnis, Golden, Colorado, used to be a cool ass place. Now it's still messed up out of state pompous asses. Oh, okay. Malibu and chocolate milk is like eating an almond joy. No shit. Malibu rum. Coconut rum, Wenjo. Blue Moon is fine, but it's a little pretentious for what it is. I used to be a microbrew snob, but regular cheap lagers work now, huh? Don't drink often, but when I do, I go on a 2 or 3 day party run. No shit, Tank. Yeah, no, I haven't drank like that in a long time. Shit, since I was a kid. There he is, Snyder. What's up, Snyder? Make it legal everywhere. Yeah, it should be. Whether you want to smoke weed or not, you know, it should be legal. Everyone who wants to should be able to. Southern Comfort and ginger ale. That was my first real drunk that I remember, is getting when I drank Southern Comfort. Me and a couple of my buddies, we all chipped in and bought a bottle of Southern Comfort. Went down by the stream bank camped out for the night, got hammered. RR. I had a friend who called the menthol man because he'd smoke menthol. Killed my business legalizing marijuana. Oh, really, Milkman? Cheap wine. Boone's Farm. How many you drink and puked? Oh, yeah, Tomcat. That's just like Mad Dog, right? Come on now. Boone's Farm and Mad Dog, Thunderbird, all those cheap-ass wines, dude. Every blue moon you ever had was with orange slice. Yeah, I'm drinking bottles. Yeah, big country. Yep. Yingling, that's a good beer. Yeah, that's not the one I'm thinking of, but that's a good beer. Pilsner is the hardest beer to make correctly. I hunted them with high ABV. Huh. Pilsner. See, I don't even know what the difference between a Pilsner and a lager and a pale ale. I don't even know what the hell the difference in any of that shit is, Arnis. I'd have to do research. Shiner Bock. That's the one word in Texas. It's kind of a mainstream brand, I thought. No, that's not it either. That's not it. Milkman, not from what I hear. Black market is thriving. Old English. So weed smokers just not drive. I was wondering how that works. Thunderbird is a great car, not wine. yeah, Mike. Old Brass Monkey, yeah, Wenjo. So miffed that they banned Marlboro smoothies. Yeah, what happened to all the Marlboro Miles and all that? That shit was cool back in the day. You have to be a beer snob in Colorado. You have to choose your snobbery level when you go to get your driver's license, Arnis. Pale ale, you'd know it's bitter as hell and tastes a little like pine needles. Yeah. Yeah, I've tasted pale ale and never really found one I liked. But I don't know the difference in the brewing techniques, or whatever. What makes it a pale ale? Hell, I don't know. Besides, it tastes like shit. Pilsner is the basic classic American Budweiser, Miller, Coors, etc. Okay, RR. You sell Youngling? Snyder? At your store? Very popular here in Michigan. Ads Factor. What's up, ads? Part of the disease that caught fish and made bread from just operating the sheep from the goats, separating the sheep from the goats. Gonna grab some gummies on the way through Black River Falls. No particular reason to get ticketed for making my truck cab smell like weed. Yeah, that's true. Mickey's Big Mouths, yeah. Is a malt beer RR not bad. Blue Ribbon, Pabst. Blue Ribbon, Snyder. Chadane, Marlboro paid for me to go drifting and meet Rusty Wallace at the Michigan Motor Speedway. No shit. That's pretty damn cool. Liquor before beer in the clear. Is that the rhyme, Felix? When carton of smokes and a 20 ounce of JD was my 19th birthday gift from the rents. This war on drugs is not only an abject failure, but based on racism and political persecution, pure garbage. I agree with you, Tank. The drafts are best one I've had at BB King's bar on Beale Street in Memphis. Something about the carbonization, I believe they said the way they mixed the two in the draft, I think. Okay. Beer before liquor makes you sicker. Pay attention to that tonight. $1.60 was many cig quitters. Hard liquor first for you and will feel worse. I've never drove drunk. But after getting my shoulder busted in Sedona, I drove across the U.S. on Oxy and smoking weed. No shit. Used to get a carton of cigarettes from my mom for major holidays when I was a teenager. All right, everyone. So, we're getting close. We got to do our giveaway. We got to do our trivia challenge. So, I'm going to go over a quick couple more rules here, or go back over them. So everyone, basically, you don't have to buy anything. You got to be at least 18. Answer the question. If you don't want to send me your address, don't answer the damn question. All right? Because I need your address. Oh, yeah. Try to send your address tonight if you can, as soon as we're done here. Okay? That way I can get it in the mail tomorrow morning. Your cup will be in the mail tomorrow morning if you give me that address tonight. So try to do that, okay? I know sometimes you can't, and it's not that great big a deal. You just have to wait a little bit longer for your cup, but not that great big a deal. I just like to get it off to you as soon as I can, you know? So, so try to get me your email address, and here is my email address. So, that's where you want to send your information. Again, I'm not going to do anything with your information. I'm not going to share it with anybody else. I'm just going to send you a cup. And here is the cup. All right? Okay. Now, everybody, I think that's enough of... oh, and the link to all the rest of the rules and shit is down in the description. All right? Okay. Let's see what we got here. Everybody, you ready? Here we go. Okay. What handheld game console, with its distinctive gray body and monotone green screen, did the Nintendo company introduce into the U.S. on July 31st, 1989? Christopher! There he is, Christopher! All right. Looks like I'm sending a cup to Sweden. All right, Christopher. Here is my email address. So, send me your address, dude, and I'll get that cup to you tomorrow morning, buddy. All right. Congratulations, Christopher. That's awesome, dude. Glad to see you get it, man. Yep, everybody's right. Everybody saw it. Everybody got the answer. AF, have a mung beans in a cabinet exactly about them that makes it drugs. They're for growing bean sprouts. Shelia knows nothing about games. Okay, well, not all of the trivia is about games. That just happened to be one. They're about movies and sports, just all kinds of weird trivia in the 80s. Okay? So they're not all about video games. Only a very small percentage, actually. That one just happened to be. All right? All right. So Christopher is our big winner. And you can ask RR how fantastic it is. Oh, and Wenjo too. How fantastic it is to drink your coffee out of a Gen X Stinks mug, Christopher. Yeah, something to look forward to, buddy. All right. So our hour is up, so I'm going to say goodbye to Shannon, Tank, Artiste, Wenjo, AF, Mike, my boy Mike Fleisner, Raziel. Good luck, Roz. Be cool, buddy. Hope you have a great evening, get you some rest, and hope you're feeling stronger every day from here on out. Rusty Doob. What's up, Rusty? Robert, Tank, Wayne Beatty, Chidane, Big Country, John, RR, Artiste, Felix, Shelia. Who else? Roxanne. What's up, Roxanne? Dog Karma. Christopher, the big winner. All right. Goodbye, Christopher. Thank you for hanging out with us, man. AWOL Stew. AWOL Stew. Can't forget about my buddy AWOL. Did I say my boy Mike Fleisner? I think I did already, yeah. I already said Mike Fleisner. Mike, you know Mike deserves 2 goodbyes, though. Jeff 7, what's up, Jeff 7? Goodbye, buddy. Trinidad, always a pleasure, Trinidad. I'm going to have you back on, Trinidad, one of these days. R. Snyder, who's going to be on with me tomorrow night. I hope y'all are ready. He is going to try to fill the shoes of the wonderful and awesome Roxanne. It's going to be a bit, that's a tall order. So let's see if R. Snyder's up to the task. Big Country, did I say Big Country already? Wirehead, can't forget Wirehead, Robert. OG Tango, there he is. Can't forget OG. OG. Disaster Piece Theater. Adds Factor. I still like that handle. Disaster Piece Theater. Yeah. That's a killer ass handle. All right. So is that it? Did I get everybody? I think I might have gotten everybody. Yeah. Yep, I think so. Dog Karma, AF, John, Big Country, OG. Yep. All right. So if I did not call out your name, I apologize. But goodbye to you as well. Or maybe I didn't call out your name because your name isn't on the chat. You know, maybe you're not partaking in the chat and you're just listening. If that's the case, thank you as well. You're just as important as the people in the chat, sincerely. Or maybe you're watching afterward, maybe you're watching on TV and you can't be in the chat. So I just want to say thank you. It means a lot to me. And now I have to choose one lucky individual. I would pick Chidane, but she already won just a few days ago, so I can't pick Chidane. I would double up on give Chidane another win here. Let her go out with a bang. Nope. All right. Well, it looks like it's been a while for R. Snyder. Hell. All right, R. Snyder. All right. Snyder is our recipient of the illustrious Gen X Stinks dedication, spiel dedication. So, what does that mean? That means that R. Snyder is awesome. Yeah, that's what that means. And he's so awesome that I'm going to dedicate this spiel to him. Just like we used to do back in the 70s and 80s, R. Snyder, we used to call the radio and dedicate songs to each other, right? well, I dedicate this spiel to you, buddy. Where I try to very unsuccessfully and not very well, but it's hopefully I get an A for effort trying to sell some shit. Yeah. So it was fun anyway. It's fun. even if it's not very successful, nobody can tell me it's not fun. So that it is. So yeah, this one's for you, R. Snyder. Thank you so much, man. You've been a subscriber to Gen X Things for damn, like, I would say at least 18 months now, something like that. A good long time. So you've been supporting the channel this whole time with your time and helping me grow Gen X Things into something. And I can't tell you thank you enough, dude. Sincerely and genuinely from the bottom of my heart, thank you, man. I do appreciate it. And straight out of, let's go with 1988. 88. Snyder, I was 17. Wasn't thinking about joining the Army yet. I didn't know what the hell I was going to do when I was 17. I just wanted to chase girls and get somebody to buy me some beer. When I was 17, that was it. That's all I was trying to do. Yeah. I wasn't successfully catching any girls, just chasing them. Yeah, I wasn't very successful. I wasn't successful at getting girls or beer, but I was trying. So, but it was a good time. I hope you had as good a time as I did in 1988, Snyder. So thank you so much. And thank you to everyone else here in the comment section and watching today. I really appreciate it. Congratulations again, Christopher. And as always, stay frosty, Gen X, and I'll see you on the next one. Damn, I thought that guy would never shut up. If you enjoyed this episode, please like, subscribe, and comment. If you'd like to support the channel by becoming a member, I'll put that link down in the description, or you can head over to the channel page and become a member that way. If you'd like to support the channel directly, you can do so by clicking on that super thanks button down there, or you can head over to Buy Me a Coffee and buy me a cup of coffee. I appreciate those of you who do that, and I'll leave that link down in the description as well. If you're interested in Gen X gear, we got some pretty cool stuff over there. Redbubble, Gen X Things, and Gen X branded stuff, t-shirts, coffee mugs, stickers, all kinds of cool stuff. That's where I got my Thundar the Barbarian t-shirt. But I'll put that link down in the description too. If you can't or don't want to support the channel in any of those ways, you can always do so by sharing these videos on your social media. That helps out one hell of a lot, so thank you very much those of you who do that. Also, we have the Discord channel now, so if you want to continue the discussion over there on Discord, I'll put that link down in the description as well. And I want to say a big thank you to all of you who support Gen X Things with your time or your money. It's all appreciated. I value your time just as much as I do anything else, so thank you, and from the bottom of my heart, thank you.